Hello, hello. This is Minister Dwight Galbraith back again with a short segment. All right, Church of Christ, field minister, proudly said. Tonight, I want to talk about a corrupt society. You know, there's a whole lot of corruption going on. Let's talk about that a little bit. All right. First of all, I take a few notes here. This country has been bought with blood. Different races. You know, back a long time ago, countries have been overthrown countries. You know, people like to talk about Africa's been overthrown, but hey, one country's always took another country. Unfortunately, it doesn't, you know, God in the Bible speaks against enslavers. So it still makes it a sin, you know. If he didn't have anything to do with it, which he did way back in the biblical days, you know, one person don't have a right to enslave another. Free slavery. You know, this country's been bought with blood and different races, especially like the black race built this country with the backbone. You know, black people built this country. They was forced to do it. You know, the babies and stuff was born and stuff and sold. Baby selling became just as big as crops, if not bigger. That's why we interbred. You know, the master would take the black woman and they would interbred and impregnate her while the husband watched. And then as soon as the baby was born, the mother never saw it. She had a half breed and they sold it. And as long as that body could pump it out, she got impregnated. She was impregnated yearly. What you call a bed wench. Man. Back in those days, I probably would have rather been dead. This country was bought with blood. Now, the American Indian, when they came over here, they had their little hatchets and stuff like that. When the white man came over here and took over this land, they had guns. You know, they had hatchets and spears and stuff like that. Don't you know the American Indian, just like the black people, there was so many of them that were killed. They were almost extinct. They hung on, you know, by the chin. Just completely taken over and dominated in their own land. Sad. See, this is a corrupt society. All right. Now, there's only, in my opinion, the cops, the judges, the lawyers, even the doctors, there's only a handful of decent ones. The rest of them went corrupt. You catch them in something every time you turn around. They use that power and abuse that power, and then eventually you get caught. See, this is what you do. That's called a chastening. God is going to expose you when you're doing something. What's in the darkness shall come to the light. Amen. Oh, now let's move on here. All right. Now, in society, you're set up to fail. Yes. Anything you do, you are set up to fail in this country. If you're getting food stamps, or if you're working over here, if you're doing this thing, no matter what you do, there's going to be some type of roadblock. This is the way society is set up. All those politics and stuff up in Washington, they are so corrupt until it's unbelievable. All right? Now, I want to share something I read about some corruption chronicles. A group of corrupt judges, doctors, lawyers for years operated a scheme that approved bogus U.S. government disability benefits worth billions of dollars, according to an astonishing new report made public by Congress. You see, they use that power and abuse it. to get what they want. This is about money. That's why money is the root of all evil. God knows what he's talking about. All right? Now let's move on. Now, what about the lynchings and the rape, the beating, and the target practice? Run, Negro, run. And shoot them in the back. You know what I'm talking about. And then they take the judges and cover it up. Cover up. Lose the evidence. A corrupt society. Now, I'm going to share something in Proverbs here. Proverbs 19:5. This is about, all this right here is based upon a big lie. Corruption is just a big lie. Alright? A false witness will not go unpunished, and he who breathes out lies will not escape. God don't like lies. Especially sitting there getting somebody in trouble and just lying and then covering it up. Okay, let's move on here. Proverbs 6:16 through 19. This is 6 things the Lord hates. 7 things are abomination to him. Haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that make haste to run to evil, a false witness, a lie, who breathe out lies, and one who sows discord among the brothers, a troublemaker, sally through the busybody, and bromance. Alright? Now, we're going to go over here. I want to share 1 Timothy 1:10 is a group of sin including lies. Is the sexual morality, men who practice homosexuality, enslavers, liars, perjurers, and whatever else contrary to sound doctrine. We got all that going on, people. All of it's going on every day. Right up under your nose, in the back of you, in the front of you, on the side of you, on the left, the right, the left, the right. Ho! All right now. Now, I want to read 1 Timothy 1, 1 Timothy chapter 1. Let's go down here to 8 through 10. Got some good little things to say. But we know that the law is good if any man use it lawfully. We're supposed to obey the law of the land. But the trifling stuff, like the same-sex marriage, we ain't got to go for all that. All right, I ain't never went for it. All right, moving on. Knowing this, that the law is not made for the righteous man. The righteous man takes care of himself. But for the lawless and disobedient, trifling folks, for the ungodly, and for the sinners, and unholy and profane, going around cussing all the time, especially saying that GD word. Oh, it's not a more worse cuss word in this world than that GD word. Amen. For murderers and fathers of murderers and murderers of fathers, and murderers of mothers, and for manslayers, for the whoremongers, the whores, the whole house, remember? And for them that defile themselves with mankind, for men stealers, slavery, capture, for liars, for perjurers, persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine. People, society is corrupt. You got a handful of everybody that's doing everything up under the sun, especially the one that's got the power, the judges, the cops, the lawyers, the president. He's got his stuff he's doing too. He going for the homosexuality and gay marriage. That's outside of God's plan. I thought he was a godly man. That, you know what? I really like the president. But that particular thing that he approved, oh, everybody got the right to be happy. You can't stand to be happy. I done told you you can't same sex. It's ungodly. It defiles the bed. All right? Now, I hope you got something out of this little lesson. Now, if you need to learn any more, get yourself to the nearest Church of Christ. Talk to the elders, the deacons, the ministers, and the Christian brothers and sisters that can boost and shot you. You go from sinner to saint, from the milk to the meat, up to grace as you keep on learning. Society is corrupt. Very little good is going on. But the church, yeah, you can count on the Church of Christ. All right? Now, this is Minister Dwight Garber. I'm getting ready to sign off, and you have a good one. I'm out of here.